what you know about. Drop a few bins on the spot, tryna make it back and double up twice. What you know about? Dipping through the toe, feeling nice, ain't worried about a thing, split light. What you know about? Busting jugs, dorm room hallways. Securitas on a cold day, but we did it all day. Getting broads was a given, but that money lead the kitty like foreplay. Hey. I am the god, on my way to smite these frauds. Thinking they a threat, beg your pulse, and my vision stretch far. Ain't nowhere to run when I start, been aiming for the dome, now it's ours, nigga 25th large. Problem took the wave, different shores, it don't matter cause we was who we are, kept them cruising for a door. Whipping in the bitch nose form, pull up to the block, light it, then we off in the breeze, ayy. 10 down, but be high up in the trees, touchdown, fuck your bitch, bet she lie about the D. Next week, tryna jet, catch me in the Florida Keys, margarita palm trees, lead the sex on the VJ. Gotta separate pain and pleasure. When that money come around, it'll change the weather. Fast life took a pause, started change for better. Still good in the hood, be the same forever. The name Lord, get it right, it'll rain forever. It'll rain forever. Forever. Tell me what you know about. Drop a few bins on the spot, tryna make it back and double up twice. What you know about? Dipping through the toe, feeling nice, ain't worried about a thing, split light. What you know about? Busting jugs, dorm room hallways. Securitas on a cold day, but we did it all day. Getting broads was a given, but that money lead the kitty like foreplay. Hey.
Yo, you're D. People, what up? You already know what it is. Well, you don't know, so now you know. It's your boy, Lord Summer from the Uptown Bronx. And right now, we live from the South Bronx. Been a day out most at the time, but we here now from the lovely TME Studios. Y'all see it, you feel me? Definitely pull up. For everyone's without good looks for the spot, you feel me?
Good evening, America. My name is DJ Deem. And we are live and direct. What's up?
Yeah.
First time ever we are doing a live episode for the people in person. You guys usually see us swapping frames with a green screen behind our back and eyes. But today, we got an actual studio for the peeps. What's up, y'all?
Yo, what's goody? Let me tune in right now, cause I'm over here fronting.
Look, so Mase is calling foul on Diddy's recent comments.
You get real fancy today. By the way, you can get these on Amazon. It's only about $10. You can use my link in my link for Amazon. And link in my
link. Yes, go check that out. I ain't even know that shit. You see? Y'all getting gems. Nah.
Tiara, what's going on? She says, I want an avocado dip and whole wheat chips with salsa. That sounds great right now. It sounds like you're trying to be vegan at the same time.
Yo.
Good job.
What? Honestly, I need some foods too, son. I was over here stressed because I definitely didn't get nothing before I stopped here.
I need some water.
But these shits, whatever they are, M&S, assorted fruit sherbet.
Yo, those look like they came from China.
They came from London, nigga.
You sure?
I promise you, bro.
Fred got these. Well, I won't say it yet. I'll probably pick some. Never mind. But as long as they're not from China, bro.
Nah, hell no, nigga. Only Corona I want is from my man Javier.
I stopped drinking Coronas. I'm a Modelo now.
My nigga said I'm a Modelo now. Hold on, what she know about M&S? Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy.
That's really called M&MS.
Right. That's crazy.
Wait,
it's good at try. It's good as fuck.
I'm not gonna do it while we on the mic. I'll try one after and see what the hype is about.
Fact. LAUD from TME.
What's up, Transmute Key? What's up? Thank you for tuning in. Quality Time TV. We got a lot of topics for you guys today. So before Instagram cuts us off, we're gonna go ahead and hop into this first one that we got.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, recently, Mr. Mase came out. Didn't come out. Sorry, let me change those words. Boom.
Yeah, it's
Mr. Mase posted a post via social media. I have to forget. You know, there's a lot of things going on in 2020.
Facts.
But posted on social media this whole thing about Diddy not paying his artists, and like Diddy's over here preaching. What was he saying? He's preaching
black excellence, black ownership, and I think he was actually coming at somebody's neck at one of the award shows because of their representation of us and stuff like that. So Mase was basically like, really, like, do you have the nerve? You feel me? After everything that has happened between us over the past how many years? 20, 30 years,
right? Like,
it's crazy. But we gotta clip that we could run. Why not let the man say it in his own words, right?
That's a fact.
Well, not really say it, but
we're gonna get the gist of it.
Yeah,
sounds good. Let's run it.
So, Mase is calling foul on Diddy's recent comments at the Clive Davis recent pre-Grammys gala, essentially calling the Bad Boy Records founder a hypocrite. Days after Diddy called out the Recording Academy for its treatment of hip-hop artists, the former Bad Boy signee took to Instagram to put Diddy on blast for the way he's treated him over the years. In his lengthy caption, Mase accuses the hip-hop mogul of snatching his publishing for way less than it's worth. At Diddy, I heard your Grammy speech about how you are now for the artist and about how the artist must take back control, he began. So I'll be the first to take that initiative. Also, before we ask of other ethnicities to do us right, we should do us as black people better, especially the creators. I heard you loud and clear when you said that you are now for the artist, and to that my response is, if you want to see change, you can make change today by starting with yourself. Your past business practices knowingly has continued, purposely starving your artist and being extremely unfair to the very same artist that helped you obtain that Icon Award on the iconic Bad Boy label. For example, you still got my publishing from 24 years ago in which you gave me $20K, which makes me never want to work with you as any artist wouldn't after you know someone is robbing you and tarnishing your name when you don't want to comply with his horrendous business model. The 44-year-old MC says he wanted to stay silent until he was financially stable. He then reveals he recently offered Diddy $2 million in cash to buy back his publishing, but Diddy said he'd have to match what the European guy was offering him. However, people would always ask what's up with Mase, so I would be forced to still perform to not look crazy when I was getting peanuts, and the robbery would continue. So many great moments in people's lives and music were lost, but again, I rode with you in the face of death without flinching, and you still wouldn't do right. I never said anything because I wanted to wait until I was financially great so I can be ensured that I was addressing this from a pure place and not out of spite. To add insult, you kept screaming black excellence and love, but I know love isn't free. So I offered you $2 million cash just a few days ago to sell me back my publishing as his biggest artist alive. That always show you respect for you giving me an opportunity at 19 years old. Your response was, if I can match what the European guy offered him, that would be the only way I can get it back. Or else I can wait until I'm 50 years old and it would revert back to me from when I was 19 years old. You bought it for about $20K and I offered you $2 million in cash. This is not black excellence at all, when our own race is enslaving us. If it's about us owning, it can't be about us owning each other. No more hiding behind quote-unquote love. You changed? Give the artists back their money so they can take care of their families. Mase signed to Bad Boy Records in the late 90s between 1996 and 1999. Behind quote-unquote love.
Well, we back. As y'all can see, it's trouble in fucking Neverland right now. You think shit is always sweet, but
I mean, we all knew something of everything. Like, it's nothing new.
True, but when you hear it directly from the source, especially after he's kept quiet for all this time, it's kind of crazy, honestly and truly, to me. Like, because Yeah, he even said it himself, like he wanted to wait till he was more financially stable before he said something.
Mhm.
So that goes to prove like he didn't even want to really come out and say that shit. But it's
Mhm.
like, bro, I'm sure they had that conversation many a time in private, and it got like nowhere. Or he probably didn't want to push too much and feel like niggas will cut him off or some shit like that. Like that's a fucked up situation to be in. But
Yeah, like you said, you want to make sure that everything was good. Like you want to look good from the outside, but on the inside, you know, everything's messed up. And this is something that we knew. Like artists been getting screwed for years. And the thing is, if we're gonna say who are the biggest business-wise, who are the top 3 biggest hip hop artists of all time, there's a couple people in there that we know screwed somebody over or got screwed over at some point in time as part of the business.
yeah, even fucking Biggie. I'm sure Biggie got. Well, let me not say that. Because I'm not sure. Allegedly, fuck. Allegedly,
we wouldn't know. Things get covered up.
Yeah.
But name one superstar that came under Biggie. I mean, under Diddy.
Other than Biggie, who didn't really come under, it was more like side by side. But yeah, none. Because what you think he like absorbed their power?
Kirby them.
He Kirby niggas. Nigga said Diddy Kirby.
That's why he had to change his name every couple of years.
Yo, facts, he keep transforming this shit.
There was a meme that was like, yo, you know a person's age by whatever name they give Diddy.
Yo, that's real shit.
You hear somebody say Sean Combs?
Yeah, facts. Like, nigga, what? Nigga say Buddy Love. Get out of here.
Puff Daddy?
Jesus, P. Diddy, like, I don't even fuck, man. But Diddy need to stop fucking niggas over. I fuck with you, Diddy. You already know, like, because at the end of the day, he's also done a lot for the culture in itself. Mm-hmm. He's also pushed the culture in itself. He's also helped people come up, regardless if it might have been in a fucked up way. Like he also has brought a lot of people out of poverty. Mm-hmm. So you also got to acknowledge that. And they always say you better hope that you don't live to meet your heroes, because you feel what I'm saying. So
you live long enough to see. It was from Batman.
He said you better hope that your heroes are old men. So by the time you're old enough to meet them, they're already dead. Mm-hmm. Real shit. That's real shit. Like, because you never know what the fuck was going on back in the day. And especially back then where it was more cutthroat. I feel like now it's a little bit calmer, either that or it's way more secretive, because you don't really hear no crate. Back in the day, there used to be some crate nigga. Like, shit that got me, like, I don't even know if I want to be a part of that industry. Like,
right.
Because that's the type of time.
I think now it's like people know but don't know what they're signing up for. Everybody's getting 360 now.
Right, true.
Like you ain't getting anything else. So it's like you're literally from day one you're signing up saying, all right, screw me.
Honestly,
back then you ain't know.
Niggas would though. Like why? If you have that type of buzz and you have that type of pull, why would you sign anything?
Some people it's just the resources and they just want to make music.
Bro, all you need is $10 in a TuneCore account. You pay your homeboy that know how to use computers. There's definitely
resources that you could get from a label that you can't get as independent. They both have their pros and cons.
True, but look at X, look at all these supposed SoundCloud rappers, but and niggas made millions of dollars though, SoundCloud rapper or not. And that's only one type of rapper that would be on SoundCloud. You feel what I'm saying? There's definitely others, and there's more that are I guess more. I can't say more serious about it, because X was definitely serious about this shit. Yeah, they just have different flows. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I don't know.
I mean, to play devil's advocate on Diddy's end, Diddy's also a businessman. Like I said before, you named the top 3 hip hop business artists. Who we put in those categories? Jayz. My top 3 would be Jayz, 50, and Diddy.
Honestly, what about Rev?
Nah.
Or Uncle Rush?
Not touching anywhere close to what they did.
Well,
not 50. Even Dre. Not even Dr. Dre.
Nah. Dr. Dre with that beat shit definitely is in that conversation, bro.
I don't think he's the amount of work I'm also talking about. Not just one. I'm talking about amount of business.
if you're talking amount of business, like 50 has made a lot of partnerships over time.
People's watching Power every week.
True. Not even just Power though. I'm talking about just it seemed like every fucking thing he touched, like
he's got
he make a hashtag about the shit and now it's like,
does he have another show coming out or something like that?
Yeah, with
To Life 40 or something like that.
Right, with some British dude, I think. Oh no, he's not British, but he's some black dude.
But it's a whole other show.
Right. Honestly, 50 is the main. I'm not gonna hold you. 50 definitely is the main.
Shout out to him too for being a Hollywood star.
Hell yeah, I saw that shit. Yeah. Well, we know, but nah, that shit, that's fire. I seen somebody comment like, "Yo, the standards for Hollywood stars are way lower now." I'm like, "Yo, are you serious? Like, what do you consider the standards?"
Donald Trump.
I guess so. You feel what I'm saying? Because the amount of shit he's done and he's still doing, like, you have to give him his props. Whether you can't say shit about it. Like the water deal, everything was fire. Like he came through everything.
Yeah, and then for Jay-Z, I mean, like, where do you start?
Yeah, Jayz, you don't even gotta speak. Certain niggas, you just be like, oh yeah, that's him. Like, H.I. Don't they call God in the Bible? You feel what I'm saying? Him, nigga.
We got a lot to talk about him later.
Oh shit.
And then for me, I look at Diddy as well. Diddy is, I mean, people are Diddy's become, in my opinion, Diddy has become one of the entrepreneurs of hip hop that you look at and you say, I want to be a Diddy.
True.
Like,
well,
I want his work ethic. I want his work ethic. I mean, that's the whole reason we're having this conversation right now. But
he's changed. Buddy Love, sorry.
Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. AK explains it all. Flea Mason, One Real Soul, The End Show. My bad, I ain't got my glasses. I just noticed I don't have my glasses on. My bad, bro. Pro to Knows Best and JRC Vision. What's up, y'all? But yeah, I think Diddy's in that top 3 category. So with that being said, like you said, he's a grimy person, but he's also a business person. Sometimes business people can't make decisions that make everybody happy.
True.
I don't want to use the word use, but I don't know all the words. He used artists to get to where he is today.
Yeah.
Becoming who he is.
Thinking like this nigga is like a fucking vampire or something. Like not in the no, wrong word. What the fuck absorbs the Kirby.
I'm Kirby. He's Kirby.
Kirby.
Like the list of artists that were under Bad Boy is ridiculous.
Yeah, even from the bullshit TV shows. Oh nah, that shit is really crazy.
His lineup is crazy.
Yeah.
And not one of them became a superstar.
Right. But like, is that business model dead now? And like, is that a problem? One Real Soul said, it's a shame that someone like Diddy doesn't play a fair game considering how big his family is. That sounded kind of deep. That sounded like some rap balls.
I don't know if you're talking about his family, like his personal family, or his family, like.
It sounds like his personal family he not taking care of. I don't know, like, or his extended. I don't know, but you gotta explain that, elaborate on that a little bit more. She said, scammers will be scammers, but you can't be the preacher and be an attendee of the church.
Oh, now we really dropping bars.
Facts. Hey, what you got?
You got a snap for that.
Couple of those for that. You feel me? Facts.
It's true, man. It's true. But Diddy's gonna continue to be Diddy, and he's gonna continue to grow. He's got to be doing something right. I'm playing devil's advocate here. He's got to be doing something right for himself.
Not necessarily for himself. Perfect. There you go. Definitely.
Yeah, that's
because Donald Trump is doing something right if that's the case too. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga
guy's the office.
We need right now. Nigga, that nigga is what? They not getting him out of nothing. Like that shit is ridiculous to me. But still, the bad guys win in that case. You feel me? But fuck it. Well, in this case too, I guess. But he's a reformed bad guy because, like I said, he's also Diddy.
Oh, did you see my face just now? I was like, it's something you didn't tell me.
What? Nah, I'm not with the shits.
I was like,
FDT.
We just talked yesterday. You became Republican the day after.
FDT, nigga.
Respect.
And speaking of that, FT fucking P, because that's how these MTA niggas and these fucking NYC niggas feeling about this train situation that's going on. So I don't know if you want to go ahead and hop into.
That's right.
2.
Let's run the video. You want to run the video first, or
Yeah, let's run the video.
And we're telling you, please, get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
This nigga is retarded. I didn't even. This nigga's retarded.
I don't know where this stuff comes from, man. It just flows.
You would have thought you was from the Bronx, bro. So you made up another year term. You know, niggas credit the Bronx with that for some reason, I guess.
I'm from Queens.
Nigga, we are cousins. It's okay. Right there. You know
I'm from Wisconsin. Remember that?
Yo, this nigga's stupid.
So, but we are all from New York, and with being from New York, we got to deal with these rates, man. You know what this means if they hike up the rate of the MTA, right?
That niggas is gonna be sick and have to pay that.
Nah, worse. Pizza slices prices go up.
Imagine, nigga.
No, they follow the cost of the ticket.
This is facts?
Yeah. You ever noticed it was $2 a slice when it was $2, then it went up to $2.25.
Yo, I want a slice now.
Oh, by the way. How much is a slice right now? And how much is a bus ticket? That means pizza is about to be $3.
You not hear what's going on right now. This is my head hurt. I'm going to sit out for a second. This nigga just did some Illuminati shit in front of me. What? Yo, did y'all know this? I never knew this. Like, wow. I guess I didn't pay attention because I had the school pass. So I didn't have to pay.
It always was the same price.
Wow. Nah, now I got beef with MTA too because I missed them. What? When slices was $2, leave it at $2. Right. You feel what I'm saying? You got
the pizza. You got the pizza and the soda for $3.
Oh my God.
You got 2 slices for $5. That's what it was.
Yo, y'all gotta go to Nick's Pizza on Gun Hill, son. Like, if we talking pizza, honestly, once I leave here, Nick's, I'm paying because he got me fucked up right now. Yeah, I definitely gotta get a slice. Yo, what's goody, John?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
To catch it live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, bro?
Oh, wait, I just realized it's the whole wrong screen.
Is it? Oh, technical difficulties.
Oh.
Hey, don't worry about it. What we talking about right now, though, is the MTA protest. You can't talk about Knicks and not mention Louis and Ernie's. Honestly, put niggas on game, bro.
What is all of this, man? This sound like Italians and
it
sound like we playing Grand Theft Auto right now.
Facts. Nah, Knicks is the shit, though. I put that over everything. I'm not gonna hold you. But back to this MTA protest, keep it 100. It was kind of ridiculous. Honestly, I don't know how to feel because a lot of people on our page were saying, yo, niggas is complaining about $275. Yo, that's the cheapest form of transportation I ever heard of. You could pay $275. Really. There was like, you paid the $275 to get from fucking 105th to 51st as you would from Bronx to Brooklyn or whatever. And I'm like, yo, if you think about it, the distances that niggas is traveling, to have to pay $275 one time along that entire journey is kind of crazy. Because you go to the fucking, well, I don't know how much like trains in like Europe and shit cost. I never took a train, thankfully.
Somebody told me it's mad simple. Like you could actually walk through and like hop on the train. Like their system is crazy. I'll let you know in a few. But
see, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yo, Fame, what's up? DJ Fame, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in too.
When I was out there, I never took no fucking train.
When you think about it, like it becomes a little bit pricey. Say they do raise it to $3, right? Now you travel, it's taking you $6 to travel per day, which is $30 per week. To fill my car up and I do a lot of driving.
Mm.
It's about $40.
Mm.
And I drive to the city from Queens, not even just Queens. We're talking about like Rosedale, Laurelton area, which is like basically Long Island, going back and forth to the city at least 3 to 4 days out the week.
Mm.
It's more expensive to take the train than it would for me to drive.
Keep it 100. I drive from the Bronx to Tarrytown, which is like 17 miles each way back and forth, and that shit is more expensive, I think, than niggas taking the train.
Mm.
You feel me? To play devil's advocate. If I had to take the train to work, I definitely probably wouldn't even need a car, which is another expense that's going.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's different shit you got to take into account when you think about it. But then again, they're looking at it like it's an assault on poor people because they feel like poor people don't have the money to just deal with such, even if they're minimal, like deal with such small increases. In the chat.
Yeah, I was just about to get in there.
In the chat, One Real Soul said, okay, but don't cuff me for $2.75. Nah,
It's a fact. It's a slice of pizza.
Big facts, big facts. You going to jail now for that, or you getting a summons, whatever. Fame said, greetings, guys. What's up, bro? Preem John said, the protest ain't the price point. It's the amount of funds being given to the MTA through charity and admissions, yet consumers see zero increase in quality of ride service.
I'm going to touch on that.
Fame said, Team Uber. I'm gonna touch on it too, but go ahead.
I'll take Uber. But
James Reed was good.
I agree with him because I thought of this when we used to go back and forth to school to Bridgeport, and I did the math on how much money they make per day on the toll booth.
Mm-hmm.
They're making minimum per we're talking about per bridge $1 million.
Yeah. Per
bridge. And how many bridges do we have here in New York?
A couple.
1, 2, 3 plus the tunnels. I think we got like 2 tunnels.
Right.
So 5.
They got the Verizon.
I counted that one, so that's 5.
The
6. I didn't count that.
George Washington.
That's Jersey, I think, though, because I don't think you pay going.
George Washington.
Oh no, that's New York. So that's you don't pay going back into New York.
Well, no, you do.
You still pay both ways.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay.
And now there's a toll on the Henry Hudson too, like leading to.
So now we at 8.
Well, there's a toll on going to the FDR now too. Like there's a new one. So yeah, the city is raping niggas.
That's $8 million minimum.
I hear you.
From bridges, not counting buses, not counting trains, not counting any of that.
So you saying like,
where does that money go?
Honestly, I totally agree in that sense. I'm not saying that the money that they've already have shouldn't have already. You want to know something serious? You want to know the real shit behind it? We should already have shit like bullet trains, like stuff like China and Japan have been using for years now. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Europe too has bullet trains too. They're just not as fast. But we don't, because just like everything else here, it's all about money. And there's already established niggas in that train sector that's like, yo, if you install these shits, you're going to send us out of money. Then there's the niggas that make cars, which is, I'm guessing what you was just touching on, that feel like if you make these trains and they're more efficient, more people will take the trains, less people will drive. That'll fuck us up. That's taking away from our money. Then the oil niggas that make gasoline and shit like that, shit for your cars, are like, there's less cars on the road. We're making less money. So all of these niggas that got billions, trillions maybe, who knows, are like, fuck bettering your transportation system. Y'all niggas are going to pay for this. And that's why we're at where we at, bro.
The most we get is construction for 37 years.
Yeah, right. There you go.
They're still working on the Van Wyck.
There you go.
Yo, if you from Queens, you know they've been working on the Van Wyck since you was a child. Since you were a child.
It's not by accident that the quality is so bad. It's really not by accident.
I remember I saw a meme like, yo, what are they building on the Van Wyck? 6 Flags?
Yo, that shit is crazy.
Over in the chat, Preview John says, also consider the cost of enforcing fare evasion. You got 6 to 12 cops trying to stop one man skipping out on 275. Very true. Shai says they keep paying more. And the quality is decreasing. Very true. Prima John says delays last summer were our all-time high, broke records. Damn, didn't know that. Fame says DJ Fame says 25 bridges, 21 that connect to Manhattan. Van Wyck and LaGuardia, they're building an amusement park. I'm not joking.
Yo, nah, that's fucking.
They've been working on the Van Wyck since I was pooping diapers.
Nah, OD, bro. That shit is crazy. You know, and speaking of John's point, I think they said they just released like 400 million to 600 million worth of funds to these niggas so they could put more cops in the subways. And that's another thing that the protesters were mad about, because they feel like there's too much of a heavy police presence within the subways. And like, once again, it's an assault on poor people. So it's crazy. Like, the situation is complex as usual, but I don't see how they fix it, because these MTA niggas gotta be lining their pockets. Like, there's no way y'all just this bad. There's no way niggas in China just built 1,000-person hospital in 10 days and y'all niggas can't get a train down
to work.
You feel,
it's always been crap, man.
And this is America.
Man, speaking of America, there's a little thing that Americans do that's called the Star Spangled Banner.
Right.
Yeah. So if you are American, there is a thing probably about like an 80 to 90% chance that yesterday you were watching something called the Super Bowl. And no, we're not talking about soup or chili.
Yo, I hate this.
We're talking about football.
Yo, this nigga is stupid.
That's Z Kyle. What's up, man? Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, yesterday at the Super Bowl, there was a lot of. First off, Miami was super lit this weekend. I wasn't out there. Shout out to everybody that went. Shout out to all the rappers, all the thoughts, and all the athletes that were out there.
Shout out to all the girlfriends who did wild shit this weekend.
Shout out to everybody that's having a baby in 9 months and you gotta tell your significant other about it.
Fact. Or get that pill, Jesus Christ.
You better get that pill even if you don't know. You guessing on your plane ride back right now? Take that shit.
That ass safety
Just
first.
saying. You don't want your significant other to get, But anyways, during the at the beginning of the Super Bowl, Jayz and Beyonce were there, speaking of celebrities, and the national anthem came on. And instead of getting up and placing their hand on their chest, they decided to sit down. It sounded kind of familiar, like this happened a while back with somebody whose name rhymes with Colin Kaepernick.
Honestly and truly, man. Apologies for the candy, I couldn't resist. But honestly and truly, I'm really.
You want to run the clip?
Choose your words properly. Yeah, let's run the clip first.
So Colin Kaepernick reposted this on his Instagram story, the article along with the caption from a fan which said, "I thought we were past kneeling though."
You can't make a statement that we're past kneeling.
But I think the national anthem, sitting and kneeling at the national anthem isn't totally predicated on what Kaepernick's message was. Some people just don't agree with the song. The third verse that's taken. I'm not. Listen, I'm not
He's
saying.
well aware of that, the spotlight on him.
So if he stands, what does that say?
If he stands, it means he's in lieu with all.
So Colin Kaepernick reposted this on his Instagram story, the article along with the caption from a fan which said, "I thought we were past kneeling though."
You can't make a statement that we're past kneeling.
But I think the national anthem, sitting and kneeling at the national anthem isn't totally predicated on what Kaepernick's message was. Some people just don't agree with the song. The third verse that's taken. I'm not. Listen, I'm not
He's
saying.
well aware of that.
So, one real soul says Jay-Z starting to look shaky under the light.
Honestly and truly, I don't know if you even want to call this me playing devil's advocate, but let's keep it a buck.
Mm-hmm.
Kaepernick, great person for taking the dive, I guess, the fall for us. You feel what I'm saying? Bringing attention to a topic that matters a lot.
Which was
police brutality
let us never
against
forget.
Black people. Please let us never forget. It's not about kneeling or standing or a national anthem. It's about police brutality. So honestly, Jay said he feels like we're past kneeling now. When he said that, maybe he chose the wrong words, but to me, what it means is we move past the point where we need to just draw attention to something. Now we need to form a plan on how to change the thing that we actually have a problem with. And everybody took it as him coming at Colin Kaepernick saying, oh, what he didn't matter. I never heard those words come out of his mouth. I never heard him say it doesn't matter.
Let's not forget Jayz also a rapper, so his words have multiple meanings.
Right. Not only that, but on the other end, you could say he should know to choose his words better because he is a rapper.
I think he chose the right words.
Me too.
Like
So,
we're past kneeling. Like kneeling has not gotten to what we wanted.
right.
What are we just gonna do? Walk around and just kneel all day every time we hear a national anthem, and then what? You know what's gonna happen? Somebody's just gonna come and run us over.
Or I was gonna say shoot a nigga.
Where's the action?
Like, I don't get it. I don't get what their plan is. Like, I get the whole drawing attention. Like I said, I get it. But after that, let's have that black people meeting that Killer Mike said. Like, where we sit down and we really write out our grievances and how we want to fix it. And then we go actually attack that.
I think for the first time, because when we first talked about this, the Jay-Z being part of the NFL and everything, I was against it. But I think for the first time, I'm actually seeing, like, that's a power move on his end.
Right.
Like, I really think it was a power move to say, like, I can do this now, and I'm an owner. Who's gonna stop me?
You have a hand at the table. A lot of people are stuck in the protest mentality, and that is the question: is there a bad way to protest, right, or a wrong way? And One Real Soul says, he says we're past kneeling and what are we going to do next, but it's literally doing nothing about police brutality, no protesting, no real statements about what can be done moving forward. And I feel you, but maybe he's saying as the leader, because he's in a position of leadership within our community, whether we like it or not, maybe he's saying, get on game now. Let's come together and figure this shit out. Not have somebody dictate it to you, because it's not about one man standing on high telling everybody what it is. Everybody needs to have the input, or at least majority of people, for this shit to actually work. The reason why other people get on top is because they have one like identity. You feel what I'm saying? They have one mindset, one culture. Like they're like, this is us, and we're gonna use this to our best benefit. We just be like, yeah, this is hip hop, this is black culture, and then that's it. Like we just identify it. Just like with kneeling, we just identify the problem, but we don't then say, all right, this is black culture and this is what we're known for contributing. From in a tangible way, not just culture and music. Like this is what we're known for contributing. That's the way I see it.
In the chat, one Real Soul says he's now a part of the NFL. Did y'all know that he tried to pressure J-Lo into cutting border crisis statement from the halftime show?
Is that verified?
I don't. I didn't even. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't watch the Super Bowl yesterday.
I did. I didn't watch the halftime show. I can't lie.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know.
Damn, that's fucked up. Is it fucked up that that's the only part? Like,
if I was gonna watch it, I'd just be watching the commercials and the halftime show.
I was watching the commercials and the game, and I skipped the halftime show.
I don't really care about the game.
I didn't either, because my team at home, shout out Tom Brady to go. But
everybody was like, yo, who's gonna win? And I'm like, yo, who's playing? The Knicks and Tiger Woods.
Nigga said the Knicks. Hold on. Hold on. In the chat, Real Soul said, okay, but be in the position that you're in and stand for the people. That should have been his move the entire time to make a difference, and not just his appearance. You can't. He's in a position now where he's like, yo, oh shit, excuse me. He's in a position now where he's like, yo, I'm willing to take that role. You feel what I'm saying? I'm willing to take that leadership role, but I want us to do it together. Like before, yeah, he had money and shit like that, but he wasn't a billionaire. Like $1 billion speak a lot differently than even 50 million. Like, and he could also have that shit taken away from him. The state that he's in now, he's self-sufficient.
He has leverage.
Yeah, he's self-sufficient in every way. You can't do nothing.
I feel like my forehead is definitely shining on the camera. Y'all see my forehead shining? Y'all see our reflection? But anyways, I understand where One Real Soul is coming from. Like maybe he should be doing more. But on the opposite end of that, we don't know what he's doing. We don't know how much stuff he has to handle. Like on the back end,
he does a lot in secret.
He does. And stuff comes out later on of what he has done. And I don't know the man personally. I don't know everything specifically, but to see that happen, and if somebody didn't record that video, I don't think we would have heard about it at all. To keep it above.
Very true. Very true. And that's another thing that I've been wondering about. Like, he's been very open about being recorded lately, and I wonder, like, what's the angle? You feel me? If he's trying to be more approachable or something.
I think he's understanding where the world is going in 2020.
I hope so. Because he was really like,
don't get me wrong, Jay-Z, Beyonce legends right now, but they can still fade away into the dust if they're not keeping up with what's necessary.
Definitely. And Beyonce definitely stays relevant. Jay does too, but with stuff like the Rock Nation brunch and shit like that. So other people are keeping him relevant in a sense while he's keeping himself relevant.
My invitation got lost in the mail. I was so tight.
Yo, facts.
I was
shout
so
out
tight.
this nigga AC Smitty. That nigga was definitely out there.
He was?
Yeah,
oh,
bro.
Wow.
In front of that peacock shit, St. John was taking pictures in front of everything. I'm like, nah, that boy doing it.
Making those moves. Yeah, I was so tight. I got in a whole fight with USPS. But anyways, it's cool. I'll be there next year, though.
Nigga said I was trying to get shit.
They was like, sorry, man, we lost your invitation. I was like, what? Oh my God.
Nigga, I was like, give me a box, nigga. I'll curl up.
I was supposed to get the invitation, but it got caught up with the mail from China, so they
they had to send the SARS back.
Yeah,
Corona.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was bad shit.
One real soul says
no xenophobia against China. Niggas been tight about that lately.
I'm sorry, guys.
Everybody really coming at Chinese people next.
I love Chinese. I love the Asian culture. I have Asian culture tatted on my body.
Hold on, fuck that. You know why? Because remember when Ebola was around? And any person black that coughed was like, nigga, where you from? Where you from, nigga? Let me see your passport.
Where you from? Where you going? Turned into a whole soca song.
Real shit. Real shit.
Word, man. But let's see what happens in the next couple of months. For this year, you know, the season is ending. Didn't he join while the season? Wouldn't he become a part while the season was openly active or whatever? Anyways, doesn't matter. Kaepernick, I don't think you got much to say anymore.
Yes, he did. He did become a member.
He
did become a part owner.
While the season was on. While the season. I think.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it was right before. Like right before.
He's probably need to give it some time. So this hasn't even been a year yet.
He's been a part of it. Because it was right around the time Kaepernick was working out too. Like it was either a little bit before or a little bit after when he finally got his shit. That shit is really nuts.
Kaepernick sounds salty posting that, man.
That's what I was thinking, like, and that's why I said at this point I kind of feel like he's full of shit, like, because now you sound divisive, and then that goes against your whole point of trying to bring the people together against something. Now you're trying to go against Jay because you're looking at it as him coming at you when he definitely said no disrespect to you. So I don't get it. You feel me? But if that's where his leadership is taking him.
Yeah, I mean, it started off with police brutality and then turned into him not getting a job.
Exactly. And I really, like, it's sad that you're not a football player anymore, but this nigga has mad bread. Like, he could do something else if necessary. It's not about him having a job. Like, it's about the movement or the message that he has.
We're talking about Jayz not doing anything. What has he done? I don't know. I mean, I'm really asking the question, what has he done? Like,
I feel like both of them have done something. Of course.
But if we're talking about major things, like with all of this happening, I would have thought maybe Kaepernick might do something, create some sort of
foundation.
I don't know. He probably does, but I don't see it. I don't hear about it. I don't know.
But then again, you never hear about good shit in the world anyway, right?
That's a fact. Let's change the narrative going into 2020 decade.
Heal the world, make it a better place. Nigga, yo, shout out Mike Jack, man. For real.
Thank you everybody for tuning in as well, because we got a cut, right?
We got a boogie on. Yeah. We got to saddle up on that old Dusty Trail.
Yeah, you know I gotta go back to Queens.
Oh yeah, this nigga. I'm in the Bronx, but I'm not in home.
I know y'all do this, but we gotta get something for Queens. We gotta like
BX Uptown all day. What is this? Niggas, he's a Shinobi. Yo, what? What?
I want to see how that looks on video. It looks like a cube.
It looks like a cube. Nick said it looks like a cube.
With that being said, guys,
Wait, you sat tripping, nigga? What you mean cube?
Oh man, come on.
Oh shit, Deem is sat tripping.
Oh man, here we go.
I'm about to call the apes.
All right, Casanova.
That ass. On the father, what you want?
Yo, and shout out Casanova as well, man. We see. We got a little combo.
Yo, honestly, Cass, Link nigga's back, bro. Honestly.
Let's talk.
Yes, we need that. Need that because we definitely be having some goods. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and try one of these little candies from London. All right, mate. Sorry, that's Australian. All right, guys. We out.
Thank you.
Peace.